As part of the Istana's SG50 celebrations, Singapore President Tony Tan Keng Yam launched a coffee table book recently. It captures memories of the Istana through the eyes of the people who have passed through its gates over the past few decades. Titled Our Istana Through the Years, it showcases pictures from the National Archives as well as photos from the Istana Art Collection by Singaporean photographer Russell Wong. Blogger Nicholas Yao's shot of the main building was chosen for the book cover. There are also short interviews with people from all walks of life, including Madam Noor Asia, who lived at the residence as the wife of Singapore's late first president, Yusof Ishak.
I was struck by how the stories and photos gathered give the reader an insight into not only the changes that had occurred in the Istana, but also how the Istana's evolution reflects Singapore's development through the years.
The documentation of the events at the Istana is very important because it tracks down how this, as a national monument, played a very significant role as far as our leadership was concerned. But it's also very important to people, and it was open to people even historically.
1,500 copies were printed for the first run. These can be bought online for $50 each. You can also download a free copy from the Istana website. All proceeds will go to the President's Challenge Silver Volunteer Fund. The central province of Quang Binh is famous for its national landscapes, including the Phong Na Ki Bang UNESCO World Heritage Site. Recently, a Quang Binh-born fashion designer released a unique ao dye collection inspired by the province. Dubbed an underground palace, Paradise Cave in the Phong Na Ki Bang UNESCO World Heritage Site is a well-known tourist destination. With a love for his home and a passion for ao dye, designer Nat Dong came up with his This is Paradise ao dye collection. Nat Dong said he was born in Quang Binh province, so he wants to honor the beauty of his home through traditional fashion. In this way, he can also introduce Quang Binh to the world. Tian Ho Tower, or Rong House, is among the notable landscapes in Paradise Cave that were portrayed in Nat Dong's collections. Contemplating his collections, people cannot help admiring Nat Dong's talents and passion for fashion and his home. Vo Pong Han thinks Nat Dong has not only praised the beauty of Quang Binh, but also helped preserve the value of natural heritage. Pang Huang Gian, a model, said she was standing at Paradise Cave and wearing an ao dye portraying the cave. Through this occasion, she feels more proud of her country. In the late 2015, the 35th National Television Festival was held in Quang Binh province. This was a great occasion for Nat Dong to promote his ao dye collections and the beauty of his home province. The industry body representing Cambodia's leading rice exporters has urged the government to create a licensing procedure for the import of milled rice, which it said harms the competitiveness of local rice and presents health concern. Kim Savuth, Vice President of the Cambodia Rice Federation, said Cambodia is the only country in ASEAN that allows traders to import rice without license. The imported rice is also sold in the domestic market at a cheaper price than Cambodian rice and often disguised as local product. During the press conference, Mr. Kim Savuth said Cambodia Rice Federation is trying to get the government to enforce licensing as a solution. If all rice importers are required to have a license, then the government will be better equipped to control rice importation. According to Cambodia Rice Federation, Approximately 700,000 tons of milled rice was imported in the first 8 months of the year. As licenses are not required to import rice, the shipments go largely unmonitored, which increases the risk of health threats. It is also hoped the import licenses will prevent traders from importing cheaper foreign milled rice to mix with higher quality local production, a practice that Cambodia Rice Federation President Mr. Sok Puti Vuth said jeopardizes the reputation of Cambodia rice exports. Mr. Sok Puti Vuth said Cambodia Rice Federation will bring this proposed licensing procedure to the government by urging for immediate implementation. However, Hien Van Han, Deputy Director General of the Ministry of Agriculture, argued that rice import licenses were unnecessary and would not solve the sector's underlying problem. He said the imminent creation of the ASEAN Economic Community would remove trade barriers, including import license. The bridge linking Brunei Muara and Temburong districts will become a reality in the span of 48 months. The construction of the 30-kilometer-long Temburong Bridge is a transformation that further expedites Brunei Darussalam's progress. His Majesty the Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan of Brunei Darussalam recently consented to officiate the $1.6 billion project's foundation laying ceremony. Upon arrival at the project site in Kampung Sungai Besar, Jalan Kota Batu, His Majesty was greeted by Minister at the Prime Minister's office and the Second Minister of Finance, Minister of Energy and Industry at the Prime Minister's office, the Minister of Development. Also in attendance were His Majesty's sons and brothers. His Majesty officiated the foundation laying of the Temburong Bridge. The monarch then signed the commemorative plaque of the Temburong Bridge Foundation laying ceremony. To bless the ceremony, the State Mufti recited thanksgiving prayers. His Majesty also consented to view the exhibition featuring a full-scale model of the bridge. The 30-kilometer bridge, which spans Brunei Bay, will connect the two districts. The bridge's construction involved consultants as well as local and international construction companies, including Daelim Industrial Company from Korea and the China State Construction Engineering Corporation from China. Before leaving the ceremony, His Majesty consented to attend a luncheon. The new bridge is an invaluable communication infrastructural achievement. The Children's Literature Festival showcases Malaysian literary works to inculcate the culture of reading amongst its citizens of all ages, especially for children. The festival emphasizes the importance of books to children as a source of knowledge and enrichment of the intellect towards character building. Most people are familiar with international children's stories like Snow White and Cinderella, but very few Malaysians remember local children's books. Through the festival, organizers hope to get children to appreciate local children's books because they believe the children will always remember the first book they read. In fact, Malaysia has a vast collection of children's books and literature, and this genre is one of the top-selling categories in the export market. Last year, the third edition of the festival, FSK 2015, presented more interactive learning through hands-on activities for children. This included batik painting, traditional dances, a doodle wall and colouring. The festival, themed One World, Many Stories, saw the underground area of the Independence Square in Kuala Lumpur transformed into a vast maze that featured 100 children's stories published by Karang Craft, one of Malaysia's largest publishers. Another highlight include Korea's Nami Island's Forest Library that adapted the island's natural surroundings like tree barks and made it into a mini library and rest area for visitors to enjoy through experiential learning. This concept promotes a reading culture that stems from nature for a better future. Visitors to the event had the opportunity to explore locally produced children's literature. At the same time, it celebrated the diverse culture that makes up Malaysians as well as understanding unfamiliar practices. There were stage and theatre performances by school children from all over the country, as well as poetry recital, storytelling, forums, workshops and talks related to children's literature. Book lovers indulged in low prices at various bookstalls from different publishers, ranging from children's books to adult fiction. The festival also recognized writers and illustrators with several awards in various categories. Besides enhancing the local children's book publishing industry, organizers are hoping that the event will be listed as one of the annual tourist destination by Tourism Malaysia in the near future. A local national laureate is of the opinion that literature is not merely confined to a sentence or a text for the purpose of reading, but it is a value of life and culture that represents a community. Therefore, she says, the lower the quality of literature, the lower the value of a community. Thailand's highest lighthouse in southern Ranong province offers a superb location for viewing stunning sunrise and sunset. Located at a customs facility in Ranong, sharing border with Myanmar, the lighthouse is an ideal scenic viewpoint. On clear sky morning, Myanmar town to the west is clearly visible. Panoramic view of Thai and Myanmar seaports has attracted visitors to the lighthouse, particularly in the morning and evening hours. The lighthouse at Ranong Customs Port at Ban Khao Nang Hong, Muang District, Ranong, was built to honor His Majesty the King's 80th birthday in 2007. A large pride of peacocks at a wildlife conservation area in Payao province was an exciting attraction for tourists as the winter arrives. Over 50,000 peacocks dotted a hillside Wiang Law Wildlife Conservation at Pasang village, creating a fascinating scenic encounter. Local authorities have provided facilities to welcome tourists at one of the largest natural habitats of peacocks in Thailand. Villagers say the fowls showed up near the village to find food, especially maize left after cultivation. Sometimes they numbered over 100. Binoculars are made available at bird-watching areas. Pasong village also boasts the largest sunflower field in Thailand's north, awaiting tourists seeking wintry scenery.